Back, guys. Welcome to Good Energy. We report on tennis. Good Energy reporting on tennis. Caroline Garcia, bonjour, como allez-vous? She takes the first set over Sabalenka with the double break. And that was a personal pick for me, Caroline Garcia. Look, she comes out hot and ready to play. And Caroline Garcia is a much more accomplished player. She dropped a bit in the rankings, but she's still a high quality tennis player. Coming from qualifiers, she's already beat 3 top 10 players, guys, this week. So the reality here is Caroline Garcia, much more consistent on her serve. Sabalenka's a big time server. She has a big racket, but she plays wide from the baseline, and that can cause a lot of trouble if she's not finding her spots. 40 unforced errors last match against Shui Zhang. Look, that was a lock I gave out because I felt she could overpower Shui Zhang. But Sabalenka is not someone that I would recommend backing. She's just not someone that I back because she makes a lot of mistakes. When you're looking at players to back, you don't want to back a player that makes a ton of unforced errors every game, that can't control their emotions, get upset, worried about what's going on with the crowd, arguing with their coaches, looking for attention. So, do I back Sabalenka normally? I really don't. Maybe in the first or second round, but when the competition level steps up, I'm not backing Sabalenka. Caroline Garcia lock all the way. But nonetheless, Caroline Garcia, she's a better server. She does take risks now, but her winners are a lot more calculated, and she hits them from her sweet spot. Excuse me. And Caroline Garcia is the better net player. She's got a ton of doubles championships, and of course Sabalenka does too. But Sabalenka, in terms of her doubles matches, she's normally more consistent from the baseline. She's not a good net player. I mean, if you check out the WTA finals a few years ago, she just completely blew it with her net play. But Caroline Garcia is also a WTA finalist. We know Sabalenka made it last year in Guadalajara, Mexico. But don't forget, in Sydney 2017, Caroline Garcia made the WTA final. So she's big time. Don't forget about Caroline Garcia. But that was a personal lock for me. Another lock, this was a free lock I gave out. Bronzetti over Peterson. Hope you guys like that video, guys. 10 of the last 12 free picks, I gave out one. So, guys, like those videos. Don't just come around when you pick 2 of the last, 12. Only 2 of the last 12 lost, and you guys want to pick the 2 and be a player hater. Don't be a hater. Like the videos when I give those picks that win. Come on, guys. That's a huge, insane percentage that I give out with free winners. But nonetheless, Bronzetti, look, Rebecca Peterson's the better player. I said that. But Bronzetti's playing better, and she's relentless. I like players that don't give up. They fight and fight and fight. Bronzetti, Rebecca, look, she's got a big serve. Look how Bronzetti's playing. She's playing literally almost 10 feet behind the baseline, but on her return, she established that because Bronzetti's a mid-range player, 4 to 6 feet in the baseline. So once she gets her return in, the entire point structure completely changed, and Rebecca Peterson had to play coming forward, and she was just uncomfortable, making a lot of mistakes. So Bronzetti, she's got a good chance to get her first WTA championship. It didn't happen in Italy in front of her home fans. She might get it now. What about Carlos Alcaraz? Did you hear Coco Golf? She said when she struggles on the court, she thinks, what would Carlos do? I would actually love to hear ATP players say, hey, what would Serena do? Show some love to the ladies. Because Iga Swiatek, remember earlier in the season, she said, hey, when I struggle on the court, I ask myself, what would Rafa do? Come on, let's get some lady love too. But Carlos Alcaraz, he's the future of the sport. This guy's a hustler. Play is suspended, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as it resumes, I will start back up with another video. Caroline Garcia takes the first set. They're on serve in the second set. This weather's been crazy. I hope it doesn't rain like this at the U.S. Open because, guys, it's in Flushing, Queens. Look, traffic gets congested, and there's really nowhere to go. I mean, we're right next to Shea Stadium or Citi Field where the Mets play, and there's really, in Queens, not really many places you want to be hanging out around that area. And it's literally, there's not many places for shelter there unless you go into the restaurant, one of the stores, or head over to the mall. but the traffic's congested there. You got to go over the bridge to get back to Manhattan or Brooklyn, and it's just not. Rain at the New York City U.S. Open would be horrible. And luckily, every time I went, it hasn't rained. But that's not the place where you want rain to happen at the U.S. Open because the traffic is bad, parking's horrible. Nonetheless, it's a great event. As long as the weather's good, it's the best slam there is because you're in the city. But rain would definitely deter all of the fun emotions. But nonetheless, good energy reporting. We